This is my first English video for my English audience, so stay tuned and be excited of what about it is today. We are talking today about the biases within the stakeholder communication. The entire energy transition is complicated in a complex matter that requires throughout explanations. So communication must be handled with great care without losing too much depth. It's always a balancing act between the breadth of information presented and the necessary depth for evaluation, not by yourself but by others, particularly stakeholders. When dealing with a variety of stakeholders in the energy transition, caution is paramount. Why? Because one must always consider that perceptions of stakeholders are not entirely detached from one's own biases. It's possible to misinterpret someone simply because of preconceived notions about how the stakeholder should be. Why does this happen? If I have certain expectations of how a stakeholder should be, I may not address them neutrally, but rather through the lens of my own desires or expectations. We cannot detach ourselves from our own values, attitudes, and perspectives. For example, if I consider myself politically progressive, I might unfairly attribute negative attributes to someone who is politically conservative, such as being unintelligent, environmentally harmful, naive, or uneducated. Even though these assumptions may not be accurate. So how can one overcome such biases? The easiest way is to make stakeholders' assessments as neutral as possible, preferably using a standardized method. For instance, I use an evaluation tool I developed myself. With this tool, I assess various aspects while constantly questioning whether my assessments truly reflect the stakeholder's position or if it's influenced by my own biases or desires. The best way to do this is by repeatedly asking myself, is this true or do I want it to be true? Nothing is worse in later communication than realizing I've misjudged a stakeholder, causing larger issues as my projection becomes a problem. In effective stakeholder analysis and subsequent management, it's best to remove oneself from the equation. Good communication starts with self-reflection and how I communicate, how others communicate, and how I want others to perceive my communication. This includes acknowledging that others may perceive my communication differently and allowing them from space to do so. The energy transition is a complex and complicated matter that requires much explanation and translation, so that different target groups and stakeholders receive the necessary information in a way that enables them to participate in discussions. Only through this inclusive approach to discussion will stakeholders feel involved and appreciate for their contributions. All of this combined will improve my own project, makes energy transition much better, and makes energy transition in a way successful that we don't think it might be because of a lack of communication. Stay tuned till the next video. See you. Bye bye.